You downloaded Starfish Literacy's Fluency game. Now what? Let's take a look at it together. When you have the chance, make sure to learn and read more about fluency. What I will say quickly is that fluency is the ability to read at the appropriate rate, with appropriate accuracy, and good expression. In this printable file, you will see 4 types of cards. Level 1 is going to be phrases. This is perfect for the beginning of kindergarten where children are starting to learn their letter sounds, but maybe don't have the stamina to read a full text or a full sentence yet. Level 2 is going to be short sentences. You will notice there are 3 high frequency words in here. There is the word the that you may have to explicitly teach your child. The word is, because S at the end is making the Z sound. And the word has, again, where S is making the Z sound. You could even teach has and is together with your child, since there is that same new rule that's in there where S is making Z. These cards are going to be great for beginning to mid of kindergarten. One of the biggest differences with level 3 is the sentences are longer. And the 4th set of cards is optional. Your child does not have to use these to play the game, but they are emotion cards. And I'll explain what these are about. Included is also a scorecard, and everyone that is playing can have their own scorecard and can keep track of their own score. You'll see I've written my name on top here, and I could write round 1. And typically you could set a timer for 1 minute, but for the sake of this video, let's just say 10 seconds. Then you would time that person and see how many sentences they could read in 10 seconds or that set amount of time. I have level 2 cards. Let's just pretend here 10 seconds on the clock, and I would read, Chad digs up a crab. Seth hurt his chin. Sal has fresh shrimp. Can frogs sing? Let's say timer went off. Then the player would count their cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep track of it on the scorecard. That was one way to play the game. Just reading the sentences in a set amount of time, seeing how many sentences can be read in that set amount of time, let's say a minute. When you tally up all 4 rounds, the winner is the person who read the most sentences. About these emotion cards, let's rewind a bit and talk about fluency. Fluency is about reading accurately, reading at an appropriate pace, and reading with appropriate expression, which is where these cards come in. Expression comes into play in 2 different ways. One of those is through punctuation, and you'll notice that there are a variety of different types of sentences included. There are question marks, exclamation points, and periods in the sentences that you'll see. Another way that expression comes about is through emotions. In particular, tone comes across in a book. For example, Mom said happily, or Max yelled. These emotion cards are going to help your child practice that appropriate tone and expression in their voice. For this version, your child would pick their level of cards and pick 1 tone card. Your child will still try and see how many sentences they can read in a minute, but this time they're going to try and do it in a specific emotion or tone of voice. So here I will try and read the sentences in a very tired voice. Here we go. Stop that dog. The fish is in the net. Splish, splash. Ring. Let's say the timer went off. Now you could still keep track of how many sentences your child read. Let's say round 2. 10 seconds, and that time I read 3. But for version 2, there are going to be 2 types of winners. One is going to be who read the most total, and the other is going to be who read with the most expression. Because sometimes reading with expression is not about reading quickly. You just saw there that when I was reading in a tired voice, I took my time, I yawned, I stretched, I really kind of acted with it. It's going to slower their rate down, but expression is an important thing to work on. So another winner is going to be who used the best expression as they're reading sentences. Make sure to share in the comments how this activity is working for your child or what their favorite part is. And make sure to follow Starfish Literacy for more resources like these and more tips that you can use to support your child's reading and writing skills.